top story this hour. Sydney is about to break the record for its wettest year in history as multiple rain bands loaded up with tropical moisture dump unusually large amounts of rain across New South Wales and the eastern states. It's led to flood warnings and 4 river rescues so far. Let's go to Kenny Heatley, is in the thick of it in Sydney at the moment. Kenny, so how close are we to breaking that record at the moment?
Yeah, pretty close, Pete. So the previous record, or the current record, I should say, was back in 1950. 2,194 millimetres fell in Sydney across the entire year. And at 7 a.m. this morning, we're only about 38 millimetres away from breaking that record. And so with the rain that's forecast, it's likely that we'll reach that by Saturday night. We're getting a bit of a break at the moment. It hasn't been raining much. There's still some light rain occurring across eastern parts of New South Wales, down into eastern Victoria as well. But this is the lull before the next rain band comes in tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, which is going to produce more widespread heavy rainfall and thunderstorms, and that's why we've got that risk of flooding as well. The Bureau of Meteorology has cancelled the severe weather warnings right now, but they're likely to return probably later today or tonight ahead of the next rain that is expected to come in. Now, the SES, you did mention they were doing some flood rescues. There was 4 overnight, 3 across the Gunnedah area in the northwest, but there was 1 in Sydney around Kemps Creek as well. 240 calls for assistance across the entire state, 120 across the Sydney region, and most of those were for leaking roofs down towards the southwest, around the Campbelltown to Canterbury region. Here's more from Assistant Commissioner Sean Kearns, who spoke to Sky News earlier this morning.
The greatest risk is in Western New South Wales still. So we're focusing on Gunnedah, Weewa, Warren, Tumut, Bathurst, Dubbo, Wellington and Cobar. So we are asking those communities and along the inland river systems to be prepared and listen to the warnings that New South Wales SES are issuing.
Now, take a look at this. This is the situation out towards Dubbo and Nyngan. Nyngan is just to the west of Dubbo here. The SES doing resupply missions to properties and people that have been isolated for the past 6 weeks. They've been doing this for 6 weeks, and they're worried with this rain ban, these multiple rain bans coming through, and all the rain that is expected, which could be widespread 60 to 100 millimetres in the next 4 days, that they're going to be doing this for at least another month. So this is significant drain on resources, but Emergency Management Minister Steph Cook says they are prepared.
So right across New South Wales, we're asking people to work with us at this time. The SES are very well prepared. They're leading a multi-agency response to these conditions.
To the west of Sydney in the Hawkesbury-Nepean River, whenever it rains and whenever the Warragamba Dam spills like it is at the moment, it does cause a lot of concern and anxiety for communities along the Hawkesbury River. The SES were telling me earlier this morning, even though we have a minor to moderate flood warning, they're not that concerned at the moment. What they are concerned about is if this weather system does track down and stall over Sydney and produces more rainfall than what is now forecast, then that could be a major concern, and they are organising their rosters around that worst-case scenario, Pete.
Kenny Heatley, thank you.